Hello everyone, welcome to today's webinar. Thank you so much for your time. And today's webinar session is actually more app tutorial. Today I mainly will be sharing about some features on our app and our platform. The main covered topics today will be the portfolio sections. Let me do an introduction. So my name is Jaden. I'm a securities dealer from Longbridge Securities. So today I'll be sharing about all these topics I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I would suggest maybe you can open your Longbridge app during these sessions. So I will be doing a very detailed step-to-step sharing each features on our portfolio tab today. All right, so today I'll be sharing about each single features, all single button in this portfolio tab. Okay, so this is basically the portfolio page for Longbridge app. So first of all, I will start with the left top corner. Are you able to see that? There's a Longbridge Singapore AC 9056. So this is actually a tab for you to know if you want to know about your account number, you can definitely click on this. Just click on the 9056. Everyone have a specified number. You can click to see your account number over here. So let's say sometimes you need to call us, you need to know more about your account related inquiries. We might need these for verifications lah. Okay, so this is a place to let you switch to demo account as well. Yeah, you can simply just switch around here. Just click on the left top corner. There's a window panel pop out at bottom. So this is where you can switch your main account and the demo account. So yeah, for maybe new users, you might not want to use a real money to start trading first, right? You can always use the demo account. So for this demo account, you can simply place trades, yeah, for the markets, especially US market lah. But for what I know, currently we are not open for SG market yet, but soon. So you can feel free to use the demo account to place trade. If you're a completely new user, you're not comfortable with using your real money to trade, you can always trade here first. Let me switch back to the main account. Everyone can see a magnifying glasses on top, right? On the right top, so you can click on it. So this is basically a place for you to search whatever tickers you would like to search for. So for example, if you want to search for any stocks, for example, DBS, you can click DBS, then all the related tickers will pop up over here. So for this one, D05. So this is how you utilize the magnifying glasses. That's how you search for stocks. So that's what it is for. And on the right top, okay, can you see a ring bell with a one? So basically that is a notification icons. All right, you can click here. This is like a full page, a full detailed layout for the notification page. Of course, notification, we have a lot kind of notifications over here. Let's say you have utilized and used our online live chat service. When you receive, sometimes I know you drop a message, you're waiting for a reply. Whenever you got a reply, you can see a notifications will pop out over here. If you're out from the app. So this is where you see the notifications. You see the online service tab here. And of course, we have a lot of, I won't be go through so detailed. So there are a lot of categories, such as activity related, such as like when you participate on our task, you get some task coin, you will get notified over here. And like community related, like about your holdings. And also, yeah, this holding I think is worth a sharing. So a lot of users feedback to me that they are not aware with these holdings daily. So, but I personally think that it's actually a quite useful features if you really invested in our using our platform. So let me just give you a detail lah, let you all know what is it for. So if you click on this holdings daily, right? You click into it. So basically, this is where you obtain your daily report for all your holdings. So it's generated by our pod AI. So if you have any holdings with Longbridge, if you invested any stocks yeah, in our platform, you will get a daily generated report. So I can click into it to have let you have a look. So it will show you like what stocks you're holding. Yeah, you can see from this page, you can see the date, what are the day it belongs to your account. It will show you a very detailed statistic of your stocks holdings, like what are the daily P&L today, and what are the return of rate today, and we show you a very detailed breakdown of your holdings. You can see how's the performance. And most importantly, I know, right? Because out there, not just Longbridge platform, maybe you are using other platform. We know that there's a news There's a lot of news, there are a lot of social communities, related inquiries. There's a lot of information out there, right? Sometimes you might need some time and some effort to find some information and news that related to your stock holdings, right? So no worries. With Longbridge and with this daily report, right, you can just scroll below. We will show you all the top stories, all the news lah, so-called news that is related to your holding. So you can save a lot of time to find for the related informations. So yeah, that's one thing. I think it's quite worth it. Yeah, of course, we will give you a code lah, like investment code daily, to show you, like, for example, the sayings in trading investing is not about how much you make but how much you don't lose. So every day we'll give you a daily report with our investment codes, just FYI. So yeah, for those who might need to have a more detailed statistic and to save time, to look into news, you can go to this page. So let me just repeat again. It's under notifications, holdings daily. So you can find for each day over here. That's one thing. And yeah, all kind of notifications can be found here, like order, like asset movement, like the price movement, everything can be shown here. But okay, one more thing I think it's worth sharing. It's, can you see a settings icon on the right top corner? Okay, so sometimes some user might find that, hey, I don't want to receive notifications from community lah. I don't want to receive a notification from today's highlight, for example. You find it's a bit frustrating. So actually, it's everything can be modified in our app. So you can click on this settings icon. You can simply choose which notifications you would like to enable. So you can choose lah, basically, like, you can choose what kind of notifications you would like to receive. All right, so this is quite straightforward. Yeah, so yeah, continue with the portfolio page. So this is a page for you to know about all the details of your holdings. Like, okay, very simple and straightforward. Can you see the total asset amount over here on the 2904, 2,904? So this is basically the total assets amount of your portfolio. So it consists of your stocks, your unit trust, your cash, everything. The total amount will be shown here under total asset. So this one is quite straightforward. And on the right side, can you see a daily P&L? Okay, negative 22.44. And you can see there's a P&L as well, which is negative 2. So a lot of users have feedback to me. What is the difference between this daily P&L and P&L? So to be more precise, so daily P&L means what is your portfolio change compared to previous day. That's the difference. So for P&L is the profit and loss of your whole asset, it regardless of any time period. So it show you the total profit and loss analysis of your portfolio. So that's mainly the difference. One is the daily one is the overall one. For this total position value, can you see that? So all these amount, right, can be clicked into it. You see, you can click on the amount, the total asset amount. You can simply click into it. It will direct you to a asset overview page. So it's basically a more detailed page, an analysis page of your portfolio. So by clicking, for example, I click into the total asset amount. You can see your asset is categorized by what currencies and by what product. This is quite straightforward. You can simply just click like what product you are in. When you look below on the asset overview, you can see how much of your funds is under stocks right now. For example, this account, right? We have a 2.622K of stocks value over here. This is basically a detailed breakdown of your assets. For all of you who might know, who might subscribe into Cash Plus, this will be considered as your cash as well. So you can see the amount as well at this asset under this asset overview. So yeah, I believe there might be some queries about Cash Plus as well. So I'll be sharing that later. Okay, so this is basically an overview of your assets. Quite straightforward. And you can simply switch to this PR analysis tab, right? So let's say you would like to know for the past month, for the past 6 months, or year to date, you want to know how's your portfolio performing. You can simply switch between all this time period. So you know how's the performance of your assets, like what are the loss, what are the profits. Yeah, for this account you are looking at is actually at a loss. So you can know, like, for each time period, what is the P&L status right now. Okay, so this is actually quite straightforward as well. If you look down a bit for my screen, you can see how's your portfolio performance compared to the S&P 500 index. So basically, just for your information, and you can scroll more below. You can see the P&L calendar as well, just to show you, like, each single day, what's the performance of your portfolio for each single day. So continue to scroll below. You can know like what are the top holdings, what are the top stock you've been gaining profits as well from here. And you can feel free to take your time. If you're in your app, you can feel free to see what are the top stocks you gain profits from. So this is for your information as well. I won't be go through so detailed. And yeah, one more thing, this financing status tab, I think it's a lot of users have been asking. So for those who are not planning to use margin, right, you can basically ignore this part. But for those who want to use margin, right, you can always refer to this page. This is a page for you to apply a margin credit limit. To explain more in more simpler way, it's basically like our credit card limit, like how much, what's the maximum quota, what is the maximum limit you can apply to borrow from Longbridge. It doesn't mean you can borrow, for example, you want to apply for 10,000, it doesn't mean you can use 10,000 of margin. It's just that the maximum margin you can apply is 10,000. So regarding how much you can use for the margin, it depends on your stocks, depends on your cash level. There will be a evaluation of that. So if you want to revise your credit limit, simply you can apply it via the app. And for those who might concern, hey, I don't want to use any margin in my account. I'm very worried about margin interest, everything. So there's one thing I can share. You can see my screen. You click on this apply for limit. You click zero. Yes, you click zero, then just agree and apply. So your credit limit will be adjusted to zero, and your account won't be able to borrow any margin. So this is one way for those who are concerned using margin. You can simply revise your credit limit to zero. And when you scroll below, like for this one I will be sharing for each features. When you click in the more button, there will be a lot of features under this portfolio. I'll be sharing each single features later. So let's see below first. So basically, this is a portfolio lah. So some new users, especially new users, they are not aware like how to use our platform, right? So whenever you buy a stock, you purchased a stock, all your stocks which is failed and which is you purchased successfully lah, will be dropped under this portfolio. You can see all the holding details over here. For example, these Singapore stocks, if you are buying Singapore stocks, can you see a Singapore flag right here? So you can see and all your Singapore stock will be falling under this Singapore tab. You can see the details, you can see the quantity, you can see the cost. All right, if you don't know how to see the cost is, MP means market price, which is current price right now, 6.49 for SIA, for example. And the cost is like the average price you purchased. So this is how you evaluate lah, like the details of your portfolio. All your stocks holdings will be fall under each markets lah. For example, if you see below, if you have Hong Kong stocks, so it will be fall under this Hong Kong tab. Yeah, this is an example. You can see this. All the details will be shown here. If you have US stocks, the holding will be fall under here as well. Everything will be here. Of course, if you subscribe to Cash Plus, right, you can see the most bottom here. Can you see? There's a Cash Plus holding. So if you subscribe to Cash Plus, you want to know how much fund in your Cash Plus, you can simply click via this tab as well. You simply just, can you see the Cash Plus holding? You can just click into it. It will direct you to the Cash Plus page to show you the holding details of your Cash Plus. So for example, this account, right? You can see currently I have a $290.6 in my Cash Plus. So everyone can see my screen, right? There's a more button here. Okay, so basically it consists of all the available features falls under portfolio. Okay, so this is actually manageable. Of course, all these icons, as you can see, I go back to my portfolio, right? Can you see the deposit icon, the withdrawal icon, the fund details icon, the orders icon? So these layout actually can be customized as well. For example, you don't want deposit to be displayed over here. You can customize, of course. So you can click into the more. Okay, this is what will show after you click into more. Can you see a right top icon? There's a manage. Okay, you can simply click into the manage. Yeah, you will see you can toggle everything here. You can modify, you can drag the icon. So let's say I don't want deposit to be here. You can simply just move out. Okay, sorry. You want to, for example, like you want conversion to be displayed under the home page, the portfolio page. You can simply just click plus. Just remove it and you can just plus it. And the sequence you can change yourself over here. Yeah. So what you need to do is just minus and add whatever you would like to. And the sequence you can modify. Yeah, I believe this is displayed quite clearly, right? So after it's done, you just save. Yeah, if you are on the app, you can try if you would like to modify, because a lot of users are asking. I've been receiving queries about, hey, how to find my deposit icon now, how to do withdrawal, how to do conversion. Maybe it's because you can't see it at the portfolio tab. So you can always simply manage what you want to use very often. You can pull it, for example, you can just pull it in the shortcut homepage. All right, so I'll be sharing each single features lah. Very straightforward. So if you want to do deposit, you can just click on deposit button. You can choose what kind of currency, because I think I shared this earlier in the previous webinar. If you would like to know more about all these details, you can go to our YouTube channel, which is Longbridge Singapore. But I will just touch a bit over here. Okay, just for example, you want to fund in Sing dollar. So we have a lot of payment method over here. So it's quite straightforward. The most common used payment method are Pay Now and DDA. For example, if you want to do Pay Now, you can simply, very straightforward. For example, $20. You can just insert the amount you would like to deposit. Then you just need to generate a QR code. Then simply just use this generated QR code to do Pay Now. That's all. So usually when you have done the pay now payment, right? It will be credited within 5 minutes if there's no any other issue, such as you are using third party or what. So just FYI, for especially for all new users who haven't tried to deposit, right? Please, we do only support a personal bank account to deposit, and also right now we do support joint account as well, but you cannot use any third party account. This applies to all other brokers as well. So yeah, also one thing, if you haven't tried, if there's any new users today in this webinar, right? If you haven't fund in anything, right? Actually, you can't view this portfolio tab. So feel free to try your first deposit. I've showed you like how to do your first deposit. So this is how you can do for Pay Now. And DDA, it's you need to link to your bank account. This one I shared earlier, so I won't be going to so detail. If you want to know more, you can reach us again later. You want to link how to link a DDA. And of course, we do support other banking payment method, which is banking transfer and also wire transfer. So but this will take one working days to process your payment. Won't be that instant and efficient. So I would recommend you to use PayNow and DDA. And yeah, of course, the withdrawal is quite straightforward. Let's say you want to do a withdrawal, simply just click amount and submit. That's all. Very straightforward. But just one thing to take note is you need to add a bank account before you do any withdrawal. So let's say you haven't did any bank account verification. So can you see from my screen? You see a bank accounts tab, right? Click into it. You can see what kind of bank account you would like to add in for verification. So mainly this bank accounts tab, right, is to verify your bank account. So you can, in future, you want to do any withdrawal, you can select which bank you would like your fund withdraw to. All right, so let's say you want to add a bank for this what you are looking at. I have a DBS bank verified in Longbridge. So let's say if you want to withdraw out to other banks such as UOB, whatever bank, you can click the plus icon on the right top here. Okay, can you see a plus icon? Simply just click. So what you need to do is select the bank you would like to, for example UOB. Just click whatever account number and the account type. If it's a multi-currency, you can select. If it's SGD currency account, you can select. So after done, you can just submit for verification. So remember to upload a bank statement as well. So basically, we're verifying. Why we need a bank statement is we need to verify this account is belongs to yours. We need to verify your bank account holder's name. We need to verify your bank name. So we need to verify your bank account number. So usually bank statement will include all these three information. So basically you can just put a screenshot of the first page of your bank statement. So simply just upload. So it will be verified by us. So when it is verified, it will fall under here. So in future, if you want to do withdrawal, for example, here, you can simply switch what bank you would like to withdraw to. I'll be sharing about conversion as well. So for all of you who might consent for trading, three market, which is SG, US, and Hong Kong. So for each market, you will need different currency for settlement. So let's say if you want to do a manual conversion of your funds, right? Yes, you can. So basically, it falls under this conversion. I show you again. You click into conversion. You can select the currency you would like to convert. For example, you have SGD. So you can select SGD. And for example, you want to convert to US dollar. You can simply click here. Yeah, from here. SGD to USD. See it on top here. SGD, the arrow change to USD. So this is to confirm what currency you would like to convert and convert to what currencies. And most importantly, can you see on top, there's an indicative rate. So it will show you the rates for this conversion. For example, I want to convert 200 Sing dollar today. So before you submit the conversion, you can see below, right? You can see how much USD will be converted for this conversion request you submitting. There's no any extra charges for each conversion, FYI. I think a lot of concern on this. Concern on this amount you're looking at this page and also the indicative rate. So you can know how much you want to convert and how much will be converted. So this will be the final amount, estimated final amount. It might be a slight difference if there's a slight change, but unlikely. So you can just refer to this page before you submit the conversion. So after you confirm all the details, you can just submit the conversion button. Can you see bottom here? Because I don't have enough cash balance. That's a very, very good example over here. Sometimes you want to do a conversion, you can see this page, right? Why I can't submit a conversion? So this is because you might have all your holdings in the Cash Plus. So just for your information, if all your holdings, all your money is in the Cash Plus, right? If you want to do a manual conversion, it's not that you cannot, you can, but you need to do a manual redemption from the Cash Plus first. Means you need to sell the portion from your Cash Plus, wait for your cash to arrive your Longbridge account, then only you can do a manual conversion. Yeah, this is just for your information. If sometimes you are curious, why I have funds, why I have money, why I cannot convert, this might be the reason. Okay, so anyway, just for your information, this is a page for you to do a conversion. Of course, there's a lot of icons here as well. For those who might want to do a share transfer in, you can as well. For example, if today you have any other stocks from other brokers, you found that our platform, our rates are more better than other broker. You want to transfer in your stock, your shares from other broker? Yes, you can. So what you need to do is go to this page, click into share transfer in. So what you need to do is to notify us. First of all, this is the first step. So click into the share transfer in, select the market, what stocks you want to transfer in. For example, today I want to transfer from, for example, Mumu. Okay, for example, you can just select the transfer out broker over here. You can select your account name, key in your account number. Okay, so you click next, you let you to fill in the stock name you would like to the stocks. For example, you want DBS. Okay, you can simply select this ticker. You can check the stock name and so the stock code D05. So let's say you want to transfer in DBS, you just select the stock, select the quantity, select the cost price right now, but this one is optional. Just you can fill in whatever price at the market price right now, but if you don't fill in, it's fine as well. So after you're done filling in the stock information, click next. Yeah, you can check all the details of the delivering broker, the stock information as well here. You after confirming, you just click next. It will be submitted. Our operation teams, our back office, will receive your transfer in request. So what you need to do is just the second step. If you want to transfer in, right, after you've notified us via the app, right, you can go and notify your transfer out broker. For example, you can go and let them know you want to transfer out to our platform. So we will do the license. So usually we will take within 1 to 2 weeks. So we will do the both parties, which is our parties with the transfer out broker. We will do communications and process the transfer out. So if there's any information we require, we will contact you in person. Okay. So this is info lah, just for your info. If you want to do transfer in. So portfolio settings. This one is it's more customizable. It's basically a page of settings for you to set whatever you want to display on your portfolio. So for example, right, you want to watch list, right? I know everyone know about watch list. So sometimes the name and the code display, you can switch between. You want to display in the name first, or you want the primary to be the stock code. So you can switch over here. So it would be displayed, it will affect your display in the watch list and also your portfolio holdings. Okay, so this is quite straightforward. And just now I mentioned about the average price as well, right? So you can set whatever you want to display the average price with a diluted cost or average price. So basically, diluted cost means, for example, these stocks, for example, DBS, their declared dividend. So as we all know, when the stocks declare dividend, right, when they do dividend payout, the stock price will be adjusted. So do you want this adjusted price to be updated in your portfolio? So if you want, you can select this diluted cost. All right. So it's up to you. If you don't want confusion, you want just refer to the average price you have bought, you can just click average price. So yeah, I won't be going so detailed. So like all this, you want to display the P&L according to overnight price. This is just apply to US stocks lah. Or pre-market price, you can simply just enable or disable over here. Yeah, so all these will be the hidden settings lah. You can switch between which one to display first. It's up to you. So it's quite straightforward. You can take your time to play around if you're on your app right now. Okay, so same go to share transfer out. I won't be going so detailed as well since it's almost the same with what I shared on share transfer in. So the same step, you need to notify us, select all the details, then you need to notify the transfer out broker, which is us. You just key in your information, the receiving broker, okay? For example, you want to transfer out to Tiger, whatever. So you just key in all the relevant informations. So when we receive this transfer out request that you submitted, we will inform the relevant brokers, and also we will send you notifications. So this fund transfer next, okay, I won't be covering this as well because this only applied when you have a Hong Kong account. Okay, so if you have Hong Kong account and Singapore account, both account, you can do a cross account fund transfer between these two accounts. So I will be covering this. So okay, trade. So a lot of users might ask, today I want to trade. I don't know where to start trading. I don't know where to place a trade. So you can simply go here. You see the trade icon here. So you can search, for example, UOB. It's quite straightforward for you to find. So it will bring you to order panel. So very simple, just key in the quantity and the price you would like to key and submit. So this is the icon that brings you to the trade panel, the order panel. Okay, so that's for the trading part. And all right, so for this one, the corporate actions side. Okay, you can see there's dividend section, there's right tenders offer, there's shareholders meeting. So whenever you have a holdings, right, which declared dividend, or they are going to give a dividend payout, or they are going, sometimes they are issuing a rights offer, okay, or they have a AGM. They offer for shareholders meeting or voting, whatever. You can see the details over here. So right now I don't have holdings that have all these kind of corporate action. So that's you I can't show here. There's no data over here. So let's say if you have um, any holdings which have some corporate action you would like to find for, right? You can go to this section to look for the details. Okay, like for example, sometimes there's some right offers, right? You need to fill in some details. You can go to this page. Okay, so this is how you can know about the details. Like records section. So if you have placed some orders, you want to check your orders, you want to check your ongoing orders, you want to check your past orders, and you want to check whatever order status you are looking at, you would like to know more lah, like past orders, like ongoing orders, cancelled orders, rejected orders. This is where you can look for. Okay, so there's a lot of categories you can have a look for here, and you want to look. I think a lot of users might more concerned on this one lah, which is the past orders. So when you click this past order, you can see all the records of the past orders. So you can click into it to see all the details. Okay, you can see the price you have submitted and what are the trade value amount, and most importantly, some people or some users, they want to track back, hey, how much cost, how much trading fees I've used for this particular trade. So scroll below here. You can see the cost details, right? So a very detailed breakdown will be shown here. Okay. So that's how you can utilize the order tab. And fund details, very straightforward. Basically, in a simpler way, this is basically a buy and sell transactions, or basically it's a transactions of everything in your account. So you can see all the transaction of your buy trade, all the transaction of your cash plus subscription, currency conversion, whatever transaction will be shown here. Okay, so if you would like to check back, like, what are the previous transaction activities I would like to trace back, right? Simply go to the fund details. And if you would like to more look for the transactions for a more detailed one, right, you can go to e-statement. You'll be issued to under this section, e-statement. This is quite straightforward. I won't go so detailed. So only when you have a transactions, we will issue you a daily statement. Let's say you don't have a transaction today. So today you won't be receiving any daily statement. So if you have transactions, you can always click into this to see the detailed breakdown of the daily statement. Okay, so this is how you obtain your statement. And on the most last part will be the account sections, going through so detailed. Okay, if you want to update your particulars, your information of your account, you can click into it to update whatever information over here. So if you want to get an account proof, you can go here to obtain. Okay, you want a account opening proof, you want a transaction proof, you want an asset proof, you can obtain over here. So yeah, just FYI, if you would like to apply for accredited investors AI, you can apply via this page as well. Okay, you can just proceed to declare. And I won't be going so detailed. If you're interested, you can always reach us to know more about the details and requirements. And all the requirements and details is shown here. Okay, you need to have at least 200,000. Okay, for IPO subscription. And yeah, this is the criteria below. You can see. Okay, you need to have value, personal asset of 2 million. You will need to submit some relevant documents. This one I won't be going so detailed. If you're interested, you can submit over here. Okay, so basically these are all the features in our under our portfolio tab. One thing just now I shared about the conversion, right? So basically, like I shared just now, I think I missed out on one thing. So yes, if let's say today you have a Sing dollar in your portfolio, okay, but you want to invest in Hong Kong market, you want to invest in US market, you don't have USD, you don't have a Hong Kong dollar. There's actually two ways for you to do. Like what I shared earlier, you can do a manual conversion in our app. Let me just share again. Okay, you can, yes, you can do a conversion manually here, or actually you don't have to do, if you feel it very troublesome, if you want to place a lot of trades, you don't want to do conversion every single time, right? We offer a very useful features on our platform, which is called auto currency conversion, so-called auto repayment. Okay, so how to find this function? Let me just show you how to find it. You can just click on the me page. I think everyone can see my screen, right? And okay, you can go to more settings, then click under this account preference. Under account preference, there's a repayment. Can you see here? Repayment auto currency conversion. So if what is this auto currency conversion? It's when you found that you have Sing dollar, but you don't want to do a conversion manually every single time. What you can do is just simply turn on this auto currency conversion. So let's say you have a Sing dollar 10K. You want to buy US stocks. You can proceed to buy. But just one thing to show you, I think a lot of users have been asking these questions. Hey, I'm using margin, okay? When I try to buy a US stocks. So this will happen. This notification will pop out and happens, prompt out, is because whenever you don't have any sufficient US dollar in your portfolio. So for example, you don't have a US dollar in your account, right? We will surely prompt you like you are using margin. But don't worry, if you have a Sing dollar, enough Sing dollar SGD, okay, in your account, so you can just proceed and ignore this message and buy the US stocks. And if you turn on the auto currency conversion that I shared earlier, upon the settlement of the US stocks you are purchasing, for example, you want to buy Apple today. So before the contract settlement for these Apple stocks, our system will auto help you to convert your Sing dollar to US dollar to offset this debit balance to settle this contract. So that's one feature I think is very, very useful for especially for those frequent trader. If you don't want to do a manual conversion first in advance, you don't want to do this all this kind of manual work lah. You can turn on this auto currency conversion. So there's two ways, but if you feel this is very complicated or you want to do it manually, yes, you can. Like I said, you can just do it. If you need assistance, feel free to call us. Feel free to drop us a text via WhatsApp. We can definitely have a team assist you on usage, whatever inquiries. So yeah, thank you so much for all of your time. I hope these webinar, these sessions will really helps you to know more, especially for new users. You will know more for each features on how to use our platform. I hope this helps. Thank you so much, everyone. Wish you have a good day.